First off, this video is not about long-term care insurance, but about some creative ways to pay for long-term care that you maybe not have thought of. Many people are spending their hard-earned assets for long-term care. They are planning ahead to the day they will need assistance, or they're investigating what the options are. And the last item is the Pension Protection Act. You may or may not know what this is about, but it was passed by Congress in 2006 and went into law January 1st, 2010. I have found that many financial advisors fail to even mention this, but I specialize in finding tax-preferred ways of paying for the devastating effects of long-term care. There are three things that affect our assets during retirement, and I'd like to think of them as the triple threat of retirement. The first are taxes. We can always pay more than we want to. The second is not paying attention to inflation. And the big one are healthcare costs, which include the cost of long-term care. Believe it or not, 70% of the people over the age of 65 will need some kind of long-term care during their lifetime. Usually, however, the first thing you think of is a nursing home, which in reality is not part of the equation, as most long-term care is administered at home. Now, let's look at inflation as it relates to long-term care. In 2018, 24-hour home care can cost between $6,000 to $12,000 per month. But in 1956, what do you think it cost? It cost nothing. It cost nothing because in 1956, the extended family all lived in the same house. Parents were on one floor, grandparents on another, and children on the other. When one of the grandparents got sick, the rest of the family chipped in to take care of them. What happened to this picture? One big contributor was the Interstate highway system that was started in 1956. When the children were grown, they went to colleges and universities on either coast, and when they graduated, they oftentimes stayed there. Now they are spread all over the country, and thus the family unit was dispersed. Now, we don't have to be rocket scientists to realize that paying for long-term care is a drain on our estate and our parents' estate. And we all know the current methods used to pay for it. After-tax savings accounts, taxable IRA withdrawals in excess of the required minimum distributions, annuity surrender charges, surrendering investment accounts, long-term care insurance shortfalls, pension plans surrender charges, life insurance surrender charges, reverse mortgages, and finally, siblings and children. So what are the alternatives? Keeping the same course, paying for the rest of your life, waiting for the long-term care policy to end, exhausting all assets and going on Medicaid? I don't think so, and neither do you. Under the current health-based long-term care insurance system, there are no cash values, ever-increasing premiums. If you never use the policy, you lose all of what you paid in, and nothing is left for your heirs. Now we're going to circle back to the Pension Protection Act of 2010. There was a real golden nugget in this piece of legislation. It actually allows you to make a tax-free exchange and to repurpose an existing annuity for one that incorporates a long-term care policy that will pay for long-term care in your home, assisted living community, or nursing home on a tax-free basis for life. These are asset-based policies that provide long-term care benefits, but they go farther than this. Not only are the benefits paid out for long-term care tax-free, but the premiums never increase, unlike the traditional long-term care policies. The benefits never decrease. The assets grow at guaranteed rates. If needed, one can access the funds prior to paying for long-term care. There is a death benefit for any heirs if the long-term care is not utilized, and they can be designed to pay out a long-term care benefit for life. If you viewed my VA educational video, you already realize that you are over-resourced for the veteran pension benefit. Repurposing some of your assets in order to plan for the cost of long-term care could be a viable alternative, and if not for you, for your children. Let me know if you would like a one-on-one meeting. Thank you in advance for viewing this video.